day's session at the edge of the Crusher's territory in a small home. We find a woman named Riya just waking up to start the day. Kelly, you can go ahead and describe Riya for us.
Okay. Raya is a human. She is a little on the taller side, probably like 5'10", blonde hair, kind of rough looking at this point. You can tell she kind of been living in poverty for a little while. She, yeah, has pretty simple clothing, nothing fancy at all. Yeah, and she does have the V scar mark underneath her left eye.
So, you're waking up. It's a new day. What is your typical morning routine?
Typical morning routine would be wake up as early as I can and try and find work somewhere and try and make enough money to scrape my way by.
All right, so you're getting up. You're getting prepared for the day, and it's a pretty simple home you've settled in. There's not a ton of wealth you've accumulated here. It's mostly just kind of what's been left behind. And being near the outskirts of the civil, like the settled area, this house hasn't been picked at too much, and it's pretty well ignored. Most people don't wander too far from the central parts of the city, so you're left mostly alone here. But you're close enough to be able to get into the city to be able to find work and do your typical things. But
Cool. It's just me and the rats.
So as you're going about your morning and you're getting ready, maybe eating a light breakfast, there's a loud knock on your door.
I'm going to kind of see if I can peek through the window to see who it is, because I don't want to talk to anyone this morning.
Okay. So you give a look out the window, and you are you gonna try to do this sneakily, or are you gonna try to just look?
Yes, I'm going to try to do it sneakily.
Okay. Why don't we give you a stealth roll right away?
Oh no. Okay. I got a 9. That's not the worst.
A 9. Okay.
Yeah.
It's also not the best, but
No. I knocked something over my way to look out the window.
Did you add your +2 to that?
Oh no, I didn't. So 11.
Okay, 11, but much better than just a 9. But
yeah.
you give a quick glance out the window, but you see two figures standing at your door, both wearing leather, and they got little spikes kind of coming out the shoulders of it. One of them has a sledgehammer over their shoulder, and the other one is just kind of resting on it like a cane almost, just kind of holding it there. And they're both staring towards the door. But when you quickly look out the window, you see a woman, one of the two, is there, glance in your direction and see you. And hey, open up the door.
Would I recognize these people at all? Would I know their clothing or anything that would identify them?
So you know from their clothing that they're most likely connected to the Skull Crushers gang, which is kind of the authoritative group that's in this section of the city you're in.
Okay, am I on decent terms with them, or are they typically trying to rough me up?
I mean, most of the time they leave people alone in general, but you'd know because of the mark, the brand below your eye, that there's a good chance that you could be treated poorly because of that.
Okay, well, they know where I live. They saw me, so I guess I'll just open the door and kind of try and look as nonchalant as possible, and just say, "How can I help you?"
And as you open the door, the guy who's there, he kind of just steps right into your house and just says, "Well, we're going to have a look around."
What's the meaning of this? Why are you here?
Investigation.
For what?
For criminal behavior, of course. And the girl comes
I
up to you and just is like, "Yeah, go ahead, put your hands behind your back." As she pulls out a set of handcuffs.
I guess how how good is the Skull Crusher gang at like if I were gonna try to escape, would they be able to find me pretty easy? Like, are they pretty like an extensive network, or are they scattered?
I mean, it's a well well connected group considering like everything else. I mean, you could try to hide. You could try to get out of the city. You could try to flee the area. But you'd have to get away from
Okay.
these two to do that.
Um, I'll go peacefully. So I'll just kind of I won't say anything. I'll just put my hands behind my back.
Okay. So you go ahead and put your hands behind your back. The girl grabs your wrists and kind of like pulls them together and quickly puts the handcuffs on you and just says, "Okay, go ahead, have a seat over there," and points to like a corner on the ground. And she'll close the door and lock it. So
I guess I'll kind of say loudly, like through the door, like if you tell me what you're investigating, maybe I could help you. I'd like to help.
so at this point, the guy, he's kind of just started going through room by room, and you can hear him kind of just like going through drawers and tearing open uh, your closets and searching through them. Um, you're looking all over the place for it.
Okay. Um, I guess I'll just wait and see what they'll do.
Okay. So the woman, she kind of gets close to you and she says, "So why'd you do it?"
I don't even know what you're talking about or why you're here. If you tell me my accused crime, maybe I could help you.
All right. We know that you got that little brand of yours because you've been thieving and something went wrong.
Definitely not.
Don't lie to me.
No.
I know why you have that brand. We've heard.
You clearly don't. It wasn't for thieving. Why would I be living here if I were thieving?
You were thieving and then you killed somebody.
Oh. What are you looking for right now? Are you looking for evidence of my thieving?
We've had some robbery in the neighborhood and it seems right up your alley to be doing this kind of thing.
Well, again, I wouldn't be nearly starving every day if I were thieving, so I think you're mistaken.
Sure. Sounds good. We'll just keep looking around just to see what we find.
You can look. You're not going to find anything.
We'll see. And you hear the guy still just like going through drawer after drawer and throwing stuff on the ground. He's just making a mess of everything.
I kind of just sigh and look at my measly possessions. The little I have being ruined.
So, the girl just kind of like is standing next to the door, the front door, watching you, making sure you're not going anywhere. And the guy, he's kind of getting to be like more in a huff as he goes around. Just like, this would be a lot easier if you just told me where it was.
What is? You're not giving me enough information.
And he just says, there's been medical supplies going missing. We know you steal them. Where are they?
It's not me. I don't know how else to tell you that it's not me. What evidence do you have to assume it's me?
We got multiple people who put you at the scene of the crimes. Seen
Well, I don't know.
a woman with short blonde hair and a scar on her face.
Well,
That's
it wasn't
you.
me. I don't know what to say. Well, it sounds like me, but I haven't stolen anything.
Mm-hmm. So he goes back to searching, and the girl is just standing there, just like, "You really gonna stick to the story that you didn't do it?"
It's the truth. I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay.
I'm hoping you can just search this and then leave me be.
Yeah, we'll see. But eventually, the guy, he kind of has made his way through the whole house. And he's like, yeah, I can't find anything.
I'll just kind of look at both of them and like raise my eyebrows, like, okay.
The girl says, okay, she must have sold it already. Anyways, should we get rid of her? It's like, yeah.
I guess a question: Are the skull crush? Their names suggest that they crush skulls. So are they known to just murder people if they think they committed a crime or?
They typically will move towards brutality before anything else.
Okay. I guess I'm just going to look at them and say, and like kind of point to my branding and say, look, I know I've done things in the past, but I haven't done anything recently. You have no evidence to convict me on it. I don't know what you want.
So you kind of uncomfortably shift your arms while they're still behind your back and try to like point up to your your scar.
Yeah. I point with my shoulder.
Yeah. And he just says, well, we got some complaints about you in the neighborhood, so I think we're just gonna remove you. You know, I think that's
complaints about me.
The best way to keep the peace around here.
Just because my neighbors don't like me, you're gonna get rid of me?
That's right. So he'll come over and he'll kind of grab you by like under the arm and just like pick you to your feet.
Okay. How tight are these handcuffs?
I mean, they're on securely. Do you want to try to break out or something?
Oh. Does it seem like they're just gonna beat me up, or are they gonna try and kill me? What am I sensing?
Give me an insight roll.
Okay. All right. I'm so bad at these typically. Let's see.
Then add your wisdom to it.
Oh my god. I got a 2. Okay. So I got 6 total, so I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, can I tell anything with that? Lovely 6.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to tell. You definitely feel threatened though.
Is there any way I can like wait till a moment where I can basically wait until I can sort of use their force against them, maybe like kick or do something to try and like get rid of the handcuffs?
I mean, you let me know when you'd like to try something, okay?
Okay, all right.
So, the guy has like grabbed you, picked you up, and he's just kind of standing behind you and just kind of gives you a shove forward. As the girl goes to the front door, unlocks it, opens it up, and says, "Okay, let's go."
Okay, I guess I'll go with them for the time being.
So she walks in front of you, and the guy's behind you, and they begin walking you out your front door. They close it up, and then they one on each side walking you down the street, and they're walking you northwards.
Okay, would I know where they're going to take me? Like, do they have a place they typically like?
There's not much north of here. It's the more the outskirts that you're going to be going into the direction they're taking you.
Okay, I'm going to go with them just for a little while until we're sort of away from more people. So,
okay,
I'll go along for now.
So they start walking you more north. The territory that you're about to go into as they walk you is also a place where some of the roaming rats gang is known to scavenge through and look through the houses. But I mean, the roaming rats cover a large portion of the area that you're in, and they're not a massive group. They're not a massive gang or anything. So it's not common to see them, but like there could be people who are part of the roaming rats in this section too.
Okay. Am I like cool with them? Do I know any of them who would be willing to help, or they keep themselves mostly?
You don't really have a big connection to them.
Okay. All right. I'll just kind of keep going and like seeing where we go.
Okay. So they begin walking you out, and it's earlier in the day, but there's still people out, and they kind of see you being escorted through the streets of Beacon, and I mean you're between two skull crushers. Each of them has a sledgehammer on them, and you're handcuffed. It looks pretty bad. what's going on.
Okay. I'll kind of try and keep my face down, so because I know if I get out of it, like I'm gonna. Well, my neighbors apparently already don't like me, so it doesn't matter. So I'll just kind of keep my head down if I can.
Okay. So you're getting let out, and eventually you leave the section of the the kind of the boundary of the Skull Crushers, and that's most notable because there's just cars that are kind of lined up in like a wall almost as like a barricade
Okay.
through this part of the city. But there's little openings you can walk through between the cars.
And there's really no one around right now.
Right now, it's just you three.
Okay.
But they keep walking you out into this territory here, which is outside of their normal territory now.
Okay.
And they keep walking you north now.
Okay. Is there, now that we're kind of on the outskirts, I guess. Yeah. How tough do these people look? Like, obviously they have sledgehammers, but with my level 0, like do I know, like, does it look like I could potentially like have a fighting chance, or do they seem like really tough?
They give the appearance of looking tough.
Okay. All right. I'll wait.
Okay.
Opportune moment.
All right. So you keep moving northward, and you've been walking for at least a couple miles now. You've been going a long distance, and they're just walking you out and just kind of like, yeah, we're gonna take you to your new home, out where you belong, in the outskirts.
New home. Oh, okay. I'll just kind of like go with it, I guess, for now.
You walk for a few more miles, and eventually, this area is well outside the city. You are very far from the civilized places of Beacon. It's abandoned buildings everywhere. It's very quiet. It's just kind of a ghost town, kind of where you are right now.
Okay.
But they keep walking you, and they seem very intent on just taking you farther and farther from the city.
All right. Oh shit. I'm not confident. I guess if we're here, I'll try something. So I'm gonna see if I can, like, I guess if the guy's holding me from, because he's holding my handcuffs and like leading me, right, or no?
He's behind you. He's not holding on to you. He just is kind of watching you right now.
Okay. Yeah, is there any, do I feel like a way I could like even like move so I could get my handcuffs like in front of me? Like, even if I could like step through my hair, is there something I could like do quickly that I could like at least try and get some sort of advantage, or is that not?
I mean, you can try it if you'd like. It would be pretty difficult to step through quickly without them being able to do something about it.
Like Houdini my way out. Okay. I'll wait then for now. I'll wait.
Yeah, I don't know if you can jump rope with your arms the way they are,
Yeah.
but so yeah, they keep taking you, and you get farther and farther out, and eventually, you just get this feeling like you are no longer in a safe, civilized part of town. Like, you are in the outskirts. You are in no man's land.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at them and like just say, how far are you willing to take me? Can't you just let me go?
The girl looks back to you over her shoulder and is like, we're almost there. Just want to make sure you don't scurry back home, because this is your new home.
What does this even, where are we? Would I know where we are, I guess? Would I know, like have I heard of this place, or do I even know where we're going?
You have no idea what's out here. It's outskirts of the city. Okay. It's like I said before, the rejects may be out here in certain places. There's also these nasty little creatures that are they're winged, almost imp-like. They're called Dractos. That's what the people around the city call them. And They're little carnivorous flying monsters that a lot of people associate back to kind of the initial invasion that happened 42 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're almost these, I mean, sharp little teeth, black eyes, red skin, and they're pretty ferocious, and they are known to be dangerous to people who are just kind of out here on their own, because a pack of them could come along and definitely mess up somebody.
Okay. I'll just kind of look at them again and say, please, I haven't done anything. Can you just let me go here?
The girl kind of looks back at him, and you guys have been walking for probably 2 or 3 hours now. You've been going for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks back at the guy and just says, I think this is far enough. And he just nods and says, yeah, we could probably leave her here. This way you won't cause any more trouble, right?
I wasn't in the first place, but please just let me go.
Yeah, we know all about your trouble.
Apparently not.
He
Are they... Okay.
he walks up kind of behind you, and he is going to attempt to kind of like kick your legs out from underneath you.
Can I try and stand my ground?
Well, he rolled to hit you, and
Oh no.
he got an 18 to hit, which is definitely over your
Way
current
over.
AC.
Okay, alright, yep.
So he just sweeps your legs, and down you go. Land on your back with a big oof, and
Okay.
you're stuck there. And he just says, never show your face in our territory again. Got it?
I'll just kind of like look at them.
And they both turn and leave you and start walking back while you're still handcuffed.
Oh, that's so mean. Have I ever? Yeah. Do I know how to get out of handcuffs? Like, have I ever done that before?
I mean, you'd have to probably use some brute strength. They're on pretty tight, so you can't really slip out too easily. But you could try if you want to.
Okay. Is there any like objects around me I could use to maybe like try and like? I guess Are they? I'm sorry. Are they metal handcuffs? They're regular.
They're
like...
metal handcuffs. Yes.
Okay. Is there any like sharp object I can use to like try and saw, or just something where I can use to break them if I can? Do I see anything around me?
Why don't you give me an investigation roll and we can see what you can find in the area.
Okay, all right. Oh my gosh. Why is it every time, like my first session, I roll horribly? Okay, let's see how my investigation is.
So you got a 3
Okay,
to that?
I got a 4. Yeah, I got a 4. So,
4 total or 7 total? Okay.
No, 4 or 7 total.
7 total, okay.
Yeah.
So you begin making your way looking for items that you can find.
Yeah.
So you start kind of walking up towards houses, and you have to kind of twist your body a little bit to be able to see the door handles and try to open it up. But a lot of these doors are locked when you try them. You go from house to house, and some of them you kind of walk to the sides of the houses to see if there's anything in the backyards. You find that you're in kind of more of a residential area, and it doesn't look like a lot of these places are super easy to get into, I guess, in your current situation. You do notice that there is a house, though, up ahead, and it does have the door ajar. It's got some windows that are broken. It looks like maybe somebody broke them to break into the house. And it's a nicer looking house.
Okay, I guess I'll head that way and just see, like, really cautiously. Like, basically, I want to survey the area as I, like, go forward. And I'm kind of, as best I can, the closer I get to the house, I'll, like, sneak.
Okay, so why don't you give me a perception roll first, and then a stealth roll.
Okay, come on. Okay, that's better. Hold on. Perception, I got a 21.
Okay.
much better. And then you said stealth is my next one.
Yes.
Much. Okay, this is going well. 23.
23. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you begin approaching the house as quietly as you can. Do you go into the door?
Does it look empty? Do I hear anything that would cause suspicion?
You stop and give a listen,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, you hear a bit of a scurrying sound somewhere in the house.
Okay. Wait, how big are the Dracto things? How big are they? Are they like small? You said.
They're small, yeah.
Would this like a noise they would make, or does it sound like a regular animal?
I mean, it could be a rat. It could be a Dracto. It could be a squirrel. I mean, you don't really know what it is, but it doesn't sound big. It sounds smaller.
Okay. All right. I'll kind of like inch my way in and just cautiously go forward.
Okay. So you sneak your way in. The door just slightly creaks as you go in, just because of the wear of years on this door.
Mm-hmm.
But you sneak in and you take as silent of steps as you can, trying to avoid any floorboards from creaking. But you hear kind of in the back room of this house, it's just that little bit of scurrying sound.
Okay. Do I see anything, I guess, in the immediate area that I could potentially try and break my handcuffs before I get
Um,
more of this?
from what you see right now, there's a stairway that goes upstairs to your
Mm-hmm.
left. There's to your right what looks to be sort of like a living room, family room type area
Mm-hmm.
that has some old, beaten up furniture. And that's where there's this big open front window that's been shattered, and there's glass all over this couch that was leaned up against that back the wall right up by the window.
Mm-hmm.
And the house, there's a hallway that goes back to be what looks like possibly a kitchen, and then to the side ahead of you before you get to the kitchen, there's a door that you would guess either leads to a closet or a basement.
I guess I'm gonna probably head towards the kitchen if I can to see if I can find anything to like use.
Okay. And that's where the scurrying is coming from, is back in that area, just so you know.
Okay. All right. I'll again cautiously going forward. I like look to make sure it's like nothing that could hurt me in my compromised state.
Okay, so you are heading back as quietly as you can still. You kind of
Mm-hmm.
hear this little scurrying sound as you go. Um, and you begin walking back. You can tell, like, you can see beams of light going through an open window in the kitchen somewhere. So it's
Mm-hmm.
lighting up the kitchen pretty well. And you're just staring back in there, just hoping, like, you can spot anything potentially dangerous to you before it spots you.
Mm-hmm.
And you make your way into the kitchen, doing your best to avoid those floorboard creaks as you go. And you look in and you spot a little squirrel that's sitting in the back,
Yay!
and it's
Okay.
there's like the back door that's off this
Mm-hmm.
kitchen. It's open.
Okay.
It's just like open wide, and it looks like there's maybe like a little nest thing that the squirrel has been making here,
Oh
and
my god.
it's
Okay.
it's in the back of this kitchen.
Okay. I guess I'll step forward, just like trying not to scare the squirrel. But now that I know what it is, do I see anything that could help me out here?
Okay, so you head into the kitchen, and I mean you walk right into open view. The squirrel definitely sees the movement now. It just kind of
Okay.
stops and stares at you for a second, and then um, it begins to like move towards the doorway, like to go out.
Okay. I just step aside for it. Just kind of watch it.
Okay, so it begins to like run out the back door. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and you wanted to look around the kitchen real quick.
Yeah, I want I want out of these handcuffs so I can
Okay, give
find
me
anything.
an investigation roll.
Okay. I have no idea. Oh my gosh, thank God. Got a 16, and then what's my investigation?
It's intelligence, so plus 3
Oh,
to it.
plus 3. Okay, yeah. So 19.
Okay. So on the counter, you do spot like a knife set that's on the counter.
Mhm.
There's furniture here, which you could potentially try to use to do something. There's let's see what else is in the kitchen. There's, I mean, the oven. If you wanted to try heating it, potentially it could work, and you could try that. Uh,
I
you could.
are the Oh, sorry. Are the handcuffs like chained? Like, are they the chain ones? Are they like the like sci-fi metal ones? Like, are we? Yeah. What do they look
Yeah,
like?
they're metal. They have a little chain in the middle, just
Okay.
cupped around your hands.
I think I would try. We'll try it. Oh yeah. Can I try and get my hands to the front of me first? So basically, try and like step through them and like get him to the front.
Sure, give me a dexterity check.
Oh, I'm good at that. I shouldn't have said that before I rolled my dice. Yep. Nope. Shouldn't have said that. Let's see. What's my dex? I got a 5 + 2, so 7.
Okay, so you like sit yourself down and do your best to try to like scoot around, and like you try to get on like your head and your knees and try to like move your hands back. You're
Mm-hmm.
really trying like your best to get around, and just with how tight they are, it's very difficult for you to be able to get there. But I mean, you work it and try it, and you're getting really close, but it's using a lot of your strength, and like you're starting to get pretty warm from all the effort you're using.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, you look back up, and the squirrel has like kind of walked in that back door, and just kind of like it looks like it's coming back home, and it spots you and just like locks eyes with you as you're kind of on the ground, just doing the best you can to
Get my
try
handcuffs
and
off.
fix this. Um, but I mean, it's difficult. You feel like you're maybe getting some some progress in your escape efforts,
Mm-hmm.
and the squirrel's just staring at you. And as you're trying, the squirrel all of a sudden just gets whoosh, this quick flutter of red wings come down and grab the squirrel and flies like deeper into the
No.
kitchen behind one of the cabinets, and you hear this like squeaking of the squirrel and this like
So funny.
sounds like the
Oh
squirrel is not doing well.
no. Okay. Did it look like a Dracto? Is that what I saw? I
That's
think
what
I
you'd
saw.
guess it is. Uh, you
Uh,
you watch as two more kind of fly in and land on the ground, and they begin to move their way towards where the squirrel is being devoured right now. You can see these
this is
two
awful.
begin making their way over behind that cabinet, but as they do, they turn
Mm-hmm.
and they see you on the ground. And
Um, as I say, are Dracto like are they intelligent? Like, do I know if they like would I know anything about them? Like, do they communicate with each other? Are they just like are they animals basically or?
they are mostly like animals. You can give me a nature roll, so I think that's intelligence as well.
Okay. Um. Oh, I got a 1.
Okay.
I've never seen him in my life.
I mean, you've
Never
heard
seen
about
him.
these. You know they're nasty. Um, they're seen as like a pest around the city, but that's all you know about them. But I mean, these two that are there that just flew in, they
Mm-hmm.
spot you and they kind of like quickly look from the squirrel that's being eaten to you, and it looks like they're like, oh yeah, this is a bigger meal, and they
Oh, I
start
wish I could
moving
just.
towards you.
Okay. Where am I? Are my hands still behind my back, or did I do I have like
Yeah,
one
your
leg
hands are
through
still
my?
behind your back.
Okay, that's at least they're just fully that way. Um, I guess I'll see. They're coming towards me, right?
Yeah, one of them like leaps up and flies up to the top of this table that was in the kitchen. The other one's like beginning to like run underneath the table towards you with this
Okay.
flying
Um, I,
towards you.
I still have my legs. Can I try and like kick it?
Yeah, if you want to try to take a swing at it, so you quickly spin around. Give me a attack roll with that. So,
Okay.
so with your strength there,
Oh, strength check you said, or just
it's a strength attack roll, so it would be just a -1 to whatever you roll right now.
Okay. Well, thankfully I rolled 19, so 18.
Okay, So this one that's just like running at you under the table, you quickly
Mm-hmm.
spin around on the ground and you give it a big kick,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of like flops off to the side a little bit and goes and stumbles into one of the cabinets by the sink. But the other one is beginning to crawl across the table towards you, and it looks like it's getting ready to pounce on you.
Okay. I guess same thing. Can I try and like smash it with my foot, like try and stomp on it?
Okay, so this one, the other one kind of begins to right itself. This one takes a leap towards you. Give me another attack roll.
Okay. Okay. This one was 16 minus 1, so 15.
Okay, yeah. So you just deflect this one just enough, and it kind of flops off to the side, uh, and lands on the ground. But I mean, the other one that's behind the counter eating the squirrel seems to have caught notice of some commotion and now has peeked around. And the one that you kicked off first is now righted and is beginning to run towards you again. So you got two charging and one that you just kicked off, but looks like he'll keep charging you.
Okay. Do I? I guess I try and run out of the house if I can.
Okay, so you try to get to your feet. Give me a dexterity roll. See if you can stand up with this.
I got a 13.
Okay. So it takes a second for you to fully get to your feet, and in that second, one of those Dractos jumps onto your shoulder, and is going to attempt to bite into you.
Oh.
It's only a 6 though that they rolled.
Well, that does nothing.
So
are they? They're like small, right?
they're very small.
Okay.
But yeah, this Dracto jumps onto your shoulder. You feel it, like its little claws kind of dig into your shoulder a little bit, and it attempts to bite into you, but you shake your shoulder just enough, and it kind of flies off of you. It just can't hold on. It doesn't bite onto you, but like there's another one that's coming at you now, and the third one's getting to its feet and it's getting ready to come after you. But you do get to your feet now. You're on your feet.
Okay. Is there a way I can like run past them, or like a window I can like leap out of, or something?
So if you run back towards the front of the house, you could run out the front door.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. So you start hustling down the hallway, and these creatures, they have a fly speed of 40 feet, so they are pretty quick. So they start taking flight as you hustle down towards the front door, and you can hear them begin to close in.
Can I? Well, I know nothing about them, so I don't know what I would know. I guess I'll just try and run for the door as fast as I can, if possible.
Okay. So you run out the front door, but as you do, two of them catch up to you, and they fly in, and they're both going to attempt to do attacks on you.
Okay.
So the first one flies up into you and kind of gets right near the back of your neck and like under your hair there.
Ooh, okay.
And they rolled a 20 to hit that time.
Unfortunately, that would be, yes.
So you take 1 point of piercing damage from their teeth as it just bites into the back of your neck. The second one flies into, and this one's going to go towards your arm, which is behind your back. Mm-hmm. This one rolled a natural 20.
Aww.
That one's 4 damage to you as it bites into your arm.
Oh, my health.
Okay. I think you have 1 health left, right?
No. Wait, how many do I have now? Because I have on my...
You have 6 health right now.
Oh, just kidding. Yep, no, I have 1 health.
You have 1 health now.
That's it. Okay. Is there, I guess, in response to this, the one that bit my arm, can I, like, I don't know if it has a tail or something, can I try and grab it and, like, crush it? Is that possible?
I'll give you an attack with your arms behind your back, though. I'm going to say you're at disadvantage, though. So go ahead and roll.
Okay. Okay. What I just use? Sorry. What's my modifier for this?
It'd be with your strength, so it'd be -1. Do it.
That sucks. So 7.
7. Yeah, you can't reach it. Yeah. It's just on your arm, and you're trying to get up to it, but it flies off your arm as you begin to squirm around a little bit, and just hisses at you as you squirm around. But the one on your neck kind of yanks on your hair a little bit as it moves away from you, and you kind of get tripped up and you fall down the front stairs and you land prone outside the house now.
Okay. Are they
And
still on me or no?
two of them are now flying about 5-10 feet away from you, and one of them is just making it to the door and is beginning to fly out towards you. But you're on the ground right now.
Okay. Can I try and like get up as fast as I can, or is that not?
Yeah, I mean, give me another dexterity roll.
Okay. Oh, these rolls are not what I want them to be. 14.
14. Okay. Again, this is a difficult thing to do without having your hands to kind of brace you as you get up. And you kind of begin to use your momentum to try to almost like kip up out of the seated position the best you can. And as you do, you hear two loud bangs. Just boom, boom! And you watch as this blood splurts out as the two that were flying towards you just explode in what sounds like gunshots.
Okay, and I guess I'll whip around and try and figure out where the gunshots came from.
Give me a perception roll.
14.
Yeah, you look back and there is two individuals who are kind of standing there, each of them with a rifle pulled, and you kind of you take watch as he pulls his gun up again, takes aim and fires, and you watch as the third one, like you look back and the third one just explodes too, as he shot that one dead as well. So all three of the directors are no longer there.
Okay, I'll just look at the people and kind of just wait for them to like see if they're gonna shoot me too.
The two approach. They're a couple of guys in pretty. I mean, imagine like Mad Max type armor. Like it's really just like patched together, little pieces here and there, and they begin to approach you. One of the guys still has his gun out and he's pointing around like keeping an eye out for anything else. And the other guy, he comes up to me and he's like, "You all right?"
Sorry, I'm sneezing. Just sneezing in handcuffs. I mean, kind of, I think.
Are there any more of them?
I don't know. I don't think so.
What are you doing out here?
Look. To be honest, I don't know. I was taken here. I don't even know where I am. Who are you? Are there people out here?
My name's Finn. This is Oscar.
Was it Oscar or Asker?
Oscar.
Oscar, okay. I'm Riya. I just was taken here by some skull crushers. I don't know why they brought me, honestly.
Yeah, those guys are the worst.
Were you guys taken here too, or?
And you look, and both these guys have V's below their eyes as well.
Friends. I don't have any friends. Okay. I'll just kind of like I guess would we know at that point, like all among each other, that like is there like a sense of camaraderie, or is there more like a sense of danger when I?
From these two?
I mean, not just from these two, but I guess in general, like with people, because I know I have that mark. But I guess if you see other people with it, is it more like, yeah, I guess is it like a sense of like camaraderie kind of, or is it more?
It depends, probably person to person.
Okay. All right. I'll just look at them and ask. Do you have anything that can get me out of these handcuffs?
And Finn looks down, just like, oh, we might be able to wedge those off you. It might be a little uncomfortable, but we can do our best.
At this point, I'm desperate, so.
He's like, let's go look inside real quick. And
okay.
You guys head back inside. As you go in, the Oscar, he goes in. He's still holding his gun, kind of like making sure nothing else is gonna come flying in, keeping an eye out. And Finn, he kind of leads you in towards the living room area. He's like, "Here, have a seat here." And he goes off into the house more.
Okay, I'm kind of cautiously watching them. I'm just watching what they're doing and sort of waiting to like spring into action if needed.
Okay. So Oscar is more standing watch. He's looking out the front window, making sure that nothing, nothing else, no dangers, no more Dractos are going to show up.
Okay. I'll ask. Oh, can I ask Oscar a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm just gonna say, how did you guys get out here? I didn't know anyone lived out here.
Well, when you're like us, this is the life you have.
Were you guys taken out here too, out of the city?
No, we chose to be out here.
Chose. Are you able to survive out here? I mean, clearly, but is it better?
I mean, with the way you're treated in the city for having this brand, that's not living life. That's living as a second-class citizen. We don't need that anymore. We live our own life out here. We live our own way. We have our own little community out here.
Community? Where?
We'll show you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll kind of be cautious still, but I'm definitely intrigued.
You hear Finn. He dug into. He's digging around in that door that was off to the side, which you thought was like a basement or a closet or something. And you hear like a little bit of thud and digging around with some metal sounds, and he comes out and he's got a screwdriver when he comes back.
Woo! Okay.
He's like, we'll give this a try.
Okay.
So he grabs some of the fabric from one of the curtains and tears it off real quick, or cuts it off with a knife, and wraps underneath your handcuffs as much as he can to kind of prevent too much bruising from happening. He's like, this might be a little difficult. We're gonna do our best to wedge you out of here.
Wait, am I concerned with my 1 health point, or no?
I mean, it's painful, but I mean, this shouldn't do a ton of damage if they're careful.
Okay, all right. I'll brace myself then.
More might be just some small bruising around your wrists.
Okay.
But he kind of gets behind you with the sledgehammer or with the screwdriver, and you can feel him just wedging in and just prying. And you feel his pressure as like the metal kind of gets pushed up against your wrists a little bit more, and your bones are kind of feeling the pain. But you hear the snap and the looseness of the one side. So one of your hands is free now.
Woo! Okay, so I'm gonna kind of bring it forward and just kind of stretch and try and get rid of some of the soreness from being handcuffed the last few hours.
Okay, this has been an uncomfortable day for you.
Yes. And I'll just say thank you. Do you think we can get the other side off?
Sure. Grabs onto you and does the same thing and wedges the screwdriver in there and pries and pries and pries, and you kind of hear it begin to snap open, and you're able to get your wrist out of this one as well.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Hope you feeling better.
I mean, it's been a day, but it's nice to have handcuffs off.
So the Skull Crushers just left you out here?
Yeah, I thought they were going to kill me, so maybe this is a little better, but yeah, they accused me of a crime I didn't commit and then dragged me out here.
What do they accuse you of?
Well, they said theft, but I hadn't been stealing anything. I've been trying to live honestly.
How did you get your brand?
I'm kind of a personal question, isn't it? Do you talk about that?
Murder.
Oh. Wait, really fast. Sorry, out of game question. Is the brand specifically? Is it any crime that the you're not taken to the beacon for, or is it just
it's
what is it?
Yeah, any kind of serious crime. It's meant to be an indicator this is a person who's done something pretty bad in their life.
Okay. I'll just look at him and say, well, yeah, I mean, same, but I don't really talk about it.
Yeah, we got a lot of people who are out here for murder, so.
Oh, okay. That's good, I guess.
I guess it's all in kind of whoever's eyes they see it as murder, though. I mean, some of us are just defending our own land, so.
Well, that's true. Very true. So you said there's a lot of you out here?
Yeah, we got our own little group.
Oh.
Come on, let's go. I'll take you out.
Oh, okay. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed and like kind of excited. So I guess yeah, she'll kind of like cautiously go forward, but she's like actually secretly kind of giddy.
So the two of them begin to walk with you through the streets of the outskirts here.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar still has his hunting rifle out, and he's making sure that nothing else is gonna come flying in and attack you as you go. Um, Finn is more keeping an eye on you and watching you and talking to you as you go,
Okay.
and just small talk about like how old you are, um,
Mm-hmm.
like how long ago you got your brand, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And they seem, and I guess from like what I can tell, they seem like genuine, not trying to take me into more danger.
Give me an insight roll.
Okay. 16.
16. I mean, they definitely give off the kind of shady vibes. Um,
Okay.
it's not like they seem welcoming and like they're embracing you, but
Mm-hmm.
they still give off like a somewhat shady vibe as you go.
Okay. I'll just go with it for now. I'm sorry, and I'm like in the middle of like the desert area, or it's just like a wasteland.
It's a city, but it's like completely abandoned and just there's nothing
So
out here except for like wildlife. A lot of the yards are just completely overgrown.
okay.
It's I mean trees are down, branches are all over the place. No one cleans up this area. It's just ghost land out here. But
Okay.
it is like where a city used to be, like populous used to be.
So from what I'm gauging, I couldn't like rough it on my own out here in terms of like foraging for food and stuff.
I mean, if you had experience with that, maybe. But if
Okay.
you're not, it might be a little difficult.
Okay. I'll just keep going with them then and just kind of keep chatting and trying to be yeah, peaceful.
So Finn's just like, so you interested in joining our crew, joining our little community?
Um I mean, I don't know. Is there any way I could get back to my old or to town?
Why would you want to go back there?
Well, I don't know. I live there and always lived there. I feel like I
Sounds like
can't
they
just
kicked you
leave.
out though.
Oh, some scroll crushers did. Well, maybe. I don't. I don't know. I guess I'll see what community you're talking about before I say if I'll join or not.
Sounds good. I think you'll love it. I think it'll be real good for you.
I kind of just like looking uncomfortable, but cautious.
You walk for maybe about half a mile or so, and eventually you get to um, a pretty worn down building. Uh, it says this is one of our old bases, or one of our bases here.
I guess how big is it? Is it big or is it like a just like a house?
It looks like it's about 2 stories and
Mm-hmm.
potentially a basement as well. It's a it looks like an old shop,
Okay.
and I mean it's got like a sign hanging out in the front of it, and it's in the middle of a block with a few other like older or more decrepit looking buildings that look like shops as well. But this one's right in the middle, a couple stories, but it's more put together. You
Okay.
do spot a couple more individuals who are just kind of sitting out front of this with rifles as well, keeping watch.
Okay. I'll kind of look at them and say, how many of there are you again?
Total?
Yeah.
I don't know, 100-ish. I don't know. Maybe a few less. Maybe more.
I guess, do people who disappear out of the town a lot who like have marks and stuff? Does that happen? Would I have heard about that, or would I not really notice?
I mean, there's definitely people who go missing.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really know where they go. You do know that
Okay.
you probably have heard rumors about people who do get brands. They do leave the city and join the rejects, but
Okay. And would I've heard much about the reject, like in terms of their, like what they do and.
what you hear about them is that they're bad guys.
Ooh. Okay.
Like
I'll kind of look.
that's the word around town, at least, that they are bad individuals.
Okay. I guess I'll look at Finn and Oscar and say, what is it you guys do out here? How do you survive?
Well, when you're not allowed in the city anymore, you got to make your own community. And that's what we do.
Oh. Okay. And do you like it out here?
It's the best. You don't have to
Yes.
live with those crushers or any other of those gangs lording their power over you. We don't have to worry about the beacon trying to run our lives or tell us why we need to follow a luminance. Like this is the life. This is freedom. This is good.
Isn't it dangerous out here though?
That's what these are for. And he kind of shakes his gun.
I guess I'll just kind of like. I guess I'll say to them, yeah, I've heard some interesting things about your group back in town.
Sure you
Are
have.
they true?
Probably some of them are.
Oh. And how long have you guys been out here?
Us? I mean, it's different times for different people, but some be out here for 5, 6 years. Some have been out here for much longer. Some are born out here.
Well, I guess, and I don't know if I want to join, your community yet, but can I at least stay the night if that's possible?
Sure, of course you can.
Thank you.
We could even get you outfitted, maybe with a weapon even. You ever shoot a gun before?
Yeah, I have.
Perfect. So yeah, we'll get you inside. We'll get you everything you need. We'll get you something to eat.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely would be dead if it weren't for you. So thank you.
Of course. And they'll lead you inside this building and give a nod to the two at the door, and they go inside. You and Oscar and Finn all walk inside, and they walk you towards the back of this building. It's pretty cleared out right now from what it looks like it probably was before. There's stacks of boxes off in the corners everywhere, and it's there's rifles kind of along the walls a little bit, and you would know that the main maker of like firearms like this is the steelworks factory that's in there and in town, Ace Steelworks. You'd know that they primarily are the ones who make these types of firearms. Spire Technologies makes more energy weapons, but these ones with like actual bullets, this is the Ace Steelworks that makes these.
Okay, I'll ask. How did you get your hands on all of these?
You make deals
With Ace?
with people who can provide us with weapons.
Oh. Do you guys have to go into town for that, or do they come out here?
Some both. We got people on the inside.
Oh wow! I didn't realize anyone was willing to make deals with any of us.
Well, there's people who are desperate and people who are not willing to get their own hands dirty. You know what I mean?
Do I sense anything from like that? Like, yeah. Do I sense anything like ominous with that phrase, or?
Give me an insight roll.
Okay. Oh, I got a 2, so I don't know.
No
I
idea.
don't know anything. Yeah.
No
Just
idea.
flies over my head. All right. Yeah, do they have like a decent amount of like technology and stuff in here? Do they have like does it seem like they have enough wares and food and things like that from what I can see?
So you look around, just a general check of what you see. It doesn't look like it's very high tech. It looks like it's, again, very put together, just kind of whatever they can accumulate, they scrap together.
Mm-hmm.
There's workstations where it looks like they're putting together kind of a mod podge of armor. Uh, there's like swords almost that they're sharpening, or like baseball bats that they're trying to add big nails through. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty rough looking weaponry
Okay.
that they have here. I mean, lead pipes, just whatever they can find that could be used for a weapon. That's what they're carrying around.
Okay. All right, yeah. I'll just go with the flow for now.
Okay, so they begin to lead you towards the back of the store, and they go down into this basement area, and they're like, "Okay, we got some supplies down here we can give you."
Um I guess do I notice like do I feel like they're gonna do something bad? Like kill me down there?
Do you want to roll an insight roll?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm very suspicious. I just feel like oh we have supplies down here. I got a 21.
Okay. I mean, they seem pretty genuine that they're trying to give you some stuff. Again, they have that shady vibe in general that just is kind of everything that they're saying. But
Okay.
you get the sense that they have stuff for you down there that they want to give you.
Okay. Because I have a shady vibe, so I can't judge too much. So I'll go down with them.
Okay. So you head down, and down here there's like some pieced together beds and bunk beds that are just kind of strewn throughout there with some dividing walls in between.
Mm-hmm.
And they begin to lead you towards the back area, and they're just like, we got some lady clothes that we can give you to go through if you want some. We'll get you some food too, some water. You can sleep here for the night. And they point to one of the beds, and they're like, this one's not being used currently.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate it.
He goes over and grabs like a couple suitcases that he brings over, and just like, you can pick out whatever you want from here that fits. And uh, Oscar comes back, and he's got a canteen of water he gives you, and some tiny animal that's been barbecued up. You're not really sure what it
Oh,
is,
it's the squirrel.
but it's some sort of animal that's been cooked up, and he's got a few little like green beans and little tomatoes that he's got with it too. He's like, here's some food.
Thank you. I guess I probably would be hungry just because I've been stressed out since morning. So yeah, I'll eat it pretty fast, but trying to be like, um, not to show my desperation, but still like eating quickly.
And says, we'll give you some privacy for you change. And they kind of leave you alone.
It's a try on montage. Okay. I find some clothes that kind of fit that um aren't like gross, and I guess but I keep my scarf because I like my scarf. So that's
Okay.
the one thing I keep.
Yeah, I mean, most of this clothes in here is pretty nice still. It looks like it's
Mm-hmm.
been kept kind of out of the out of the normal weathering areas, so it's held up pretty well, kind of in a suitcase overall.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not too bad. They're not too worn
Okay.
or ragged.
And that's probably nicer than I've had in a while, right? Like I'm getting
Yeah, it's probably hard for you to
scratched
get
before.
a lot of nice clothes. It's more of just kind of worn down and yeah, scraps.
Cool. Okay. So I will yeah, I'll change and just kind of finish my food and like just take a moment to take in what I've been introduced to.
So Finn's kind of like around the corner, like
Mm-hmm.
behind one of the barriers, and he's just kind of shouting over as you're looking through stuff and getting changed.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Yeah, I mean, we got some real potential. I think. I mean, if you're able to survive a Draco attack with handcuffs on, I think you'd be a great addition to our crew here. What do you think about that?"
Well, I also almost died, so I don't know if I'd be necessarily the best asset. Um, but also, I mean, what do you guys do besides just survive? I mean, to be honest, I'm a little nervous about some of the things I've heard.
I mean, we take care of our own out here, and we seek justice for wrongdoings. You know, you like justice?
I guess that depends on what kind of justice. What do you mean?
You know, justice for wrongdoings when people mistreat others.
Well, I guess even the Skull Crusher's version of justice would be to punish us continuously for things we've done before. So I don't know. I guess it
Does that
depends.
seem just to you?
Well, no, but my point is the version of justice depends on who you're talking to. So I've heard some things. I'm trying to live honestly as best I can, and I don't know.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Okay. Well, we'll get you all ready. The boss should be coming around sometime. Hopefully, he's kind of all over the place.
Who's the boss?
Oh, he's an interesting guy.
What does that mean?
I'm sure. I'm sure he'll be looking forward to seeing you, and we'll get you all set for him.
Sounds like they're gonna eat me. Okay.
So with that, we're gonna take a quick 5 minute break, and
Okay.
we'll come back and we'll see what happens in the second half of your session 0. So everyone can go ahead and take 5 minutes, go get some snacks, use the bathroom, whatever you need to, and we will be back here quarter after the hour. We'll see you then. Okay.
Cool.
All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back. Hope everyone had a good little break there and
A wonderful 5 minutes.
feels all refreshed. Um, so yeah, we're gonna get back into this session. Right, we left off with you in the basement, kind of getting comfortable, getting settled in a little bit of this rejects base, the rejects base here, and what looks like an old shop that was somewhere in the outskirts of Beacon.
Okay.
So, um, once you get all changed and you kind of get settled in, Finn will come around the corner and just be like, "So, yeah, you need anything else?"
No, not right now. I don't think so, at least. So I'm sorry. Who is this boss that I'm meeting?
Oh, our boss. His name's Column.
Column.
Column. Yep.
Column. Okay. And how long has he been boss for?
He's been boss for a while. He's a he's a big guy. He's pretty tough.
Oh. Okay. Does he decide who gets into the group and not?
I mean, he's he's definitely somebody who is very authoritative, and he's somebody who likes to meet new people to join. He wants to empower us, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Do you like working for him?
Oh, he's great. He's real good.
Do I not chuckle? Do I like notice? Do I like? Because I feel like every time he talks about this, he's like talking about like doing bad things. Like, do I sense any sort of like I don't know, deeper meaning to being like, oh, it's great kind of thing?
You can give me another insight roll.
Okay, I just feel like they're really shady. I got an 18 plus 4, so 22.
22. I mean, you definitely get the sense that he idolizes Column. Like
Okay.
he thinks very highly of him and thinks he's great. So.
Okay. Shan't say anything lame.
It's like I mean, what this guy is so good at everything he does is great, like that kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. I'll just ask, I guess. Wait, so when will I get to meet him?
You'll get to meet him. Hopefully, he wanders around a lot. He's all over the place, but I think he's prepping for some business. But hopefully, he'll be here within the next day or two. He goes to different outposts all over.
How many outposts are there?
Oh, a lot. We're all over the place.
Wait, so we said there's 100 of you outcasts. You mean 100 here or 100 in all of the outposts?
I mean, like I said, I don't even know how many there are of us. There's a lot of us. But I mean, you know, we're not looked upon very fondly. So if people could hunt us down regularly, we'd be in trouble. So.
Did they ever try and come hunt you?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. If we make somebody angry, or if we stick our head out too far, we potentially could get killed.
By who? People from the city who come to kill you?
For anybody who has a problem with us, I mean, skull crushers, Roman rats typically leave us alone, but I mean, we got issues with some people at Spire. We got issues with some people at Ace. I mean, it's the Beacon people at the Beacon. Like, they don't like us. I definitely don't want to be sacrificed at the Beacon there. No way. I'm sure I'd be consumed like the second I stepped on that ground. We've lost a few too many to that.
I guess I didn't realize that there's so many of you out here. I thought that at least they make it sound like people just come out here to die and never heard from again.
That's what I think what they hope happens.
I don't think, I mean, at least I didn't realize there was a whole community and, you know, that you guys were at least surviving.
I mean, I don't think they want to advertise that there's people out here who are living a better life than they are.
How is it better? I mean, I understand that you're not being, hunted and things, but there's got to be some monsters and some really dangerous things out here that would be hard to survive against.
I mean, we got pretty used to fighting Dractos. They're a nuisance, but they're not too bad, typically.
Are they all that's out here?
There's occasionally some worse things that get in, but for the most part, we don't see anything too crazy. If when we get some people though who go out towards the edge of the aura, they definitely have some nasty things that they can find out there. Oh man!
Like what?
Imagine a Dracto, but like 100 times as big, like that kind of stuff.
And do they come try and kill you?
I mean, if they could get in, I think the aura's stopping them though.
The aura reaches all the way out here?
The aura reaches outside of the city pretty far, actually. So.
Well, I guess I guess I'll see if I talk to your boss and if I'll be living out here or not. But I don't know, it seems dangerous.
We typically stay away from the edge of the aura. I mean, those things are awful looking. And I mean, the second they see you, if you're outside that aura, they will kill you.
Sounds like I won't be going near the edge then, but man.
We typically avoid that.
How far is the edge from here?
Oh.
I don't even know where I am.
I mean, I'd say to get to the edge, it's a good, 50 miles. It's pretty far away.
And your outposts are obviously safe, right?
Oh yeah, all our outposts are in the area around here.
Okay. Yeah, would I know, because obviously I kind of heard of this a little bit, but yeah, monsters can't come obviously within the aura, but on the edge, is there anyone who goes outside of it who lives there, or is that mostly just on the outskirts?
Give me a history roll, or I guess intelligence for you right now, but.
Okay. I got a 17.
17, okay. You would hear, and this is kind of what you generally know about the city of Beacon, is this is where the population in general stays. There are two tribes of elven folk who live in the woods off to the northeast of the city, but they are also in the radius of the beacon, so they're safe there.
Okay.
But they stay kind of off on their own little communities out that direction. In general, though, people tend to not try to go outside the beacon's aura because it is considered to be very dangerous and looks like it's. It's basically known if you go outside the aura, you will die. That is kind of the general statement throughout the city. So stay within the aura. That's a big reason why people try to protect the beacon, is because that's the source of this aura that's protecting the city. So if that goes down, these things potentially could just come in and run through the city and kill everybody.
Okay, all right. So I'll just look at him and just say, well, thank you for the information. I'll let me know when your boss is here. I'd like to talk to him.
Oh yeah, of course. We got to get you ready though.
Ready?
Yeah, of course.
What do you mean?
Well, the boss wants people to be ready for action, so I think we're going to get you ready for action.
Okay. What does that mean?
We'll get you ready. Hold on. It's scarier than it is. Okay.
Okay.
Hey Oscar, why don't you see what we got in stock for that serum? And just okay, sure. And he walks off.
Do you say serum?
Serum, yes.
Okay. Would I know what that is at all, or is that like something that's common here, or would I not
You would
know?
have no idea what that is.
Okay. All right. I'll kind of. I'm sorry. Who said that to me?
Finn said that he told Oscar to go grab the serum.
Okay. And Finn's still here.
Finn is still here with you.
Okay. I'll just look at Finn and be like, What serum?
Oh, it's this great stuff that just improves you as a person. I mean, it gives you better vision, better hearing. It helps you survive out here in the wastelands.
Is it just a one-time serum, or do I have to keep taking it?
Yeah, it's a one-time thing.
What is it made of?
I don't even know. I mean, we got this thing we did where somebody in our group they ended up getting a hand on some of Spire's special serum stuff that they've been making. It's top secret. I mean, totally like unknown. I think they've been doing testing on it or something, but it's pretty new. And what it sounds like it does is it improves people. I mean, it makes you better. It makes you stronger. It makes you faster. It makes you more alert. It's great stuff.
And you took it?
Yeah, I took some.
It's not gonna give me like a third arm or something, right?
Did you see a third arm on me?
Well, no, but you said they were in the testing phase. I don't know if I don't know.
I think you'll be fine.
Everyone here has taken it.
Yeah, that's something that the boss has been definitely trying to get us all some of this serum.
How did you, if you don't mind my asking, how did you guys get? I know you said you had a potential inside source, but it's top secret. How did you get it?
I don't know if somebody bought it or somebody stole it, but we got our hands on some. They've been going around. Colin's been going around giving it to different outposts. Whenever we get new recruits, we always try to hook them up with a good old dose of the serum, you know?
Okay, I mean, I'll just kind of, I don't know. I feel like she'd be like wary of it because, yeah, is serums or like stimulants or whatever you want to call them, are they like pretty common in this world, or like do people take them a lot or not really?
There are some like medical ones that are meant to kind of help your like health potion brew type stuff, like health vitality things. They're meant to kind of increase your ability to kind of last in strenuous situations and stuff like that. Or if you get really badly injured, it kind of helps you be able to get to medical help fast or take longer. I mean, just little things like that. Little tonics, little herbal things, stuff like that.
This doesn't sound herbal. Okay.
It sounds like something weird for sure. There's also the beacon is known to have kind of mystical divine powers of healing and like empowerment of people too. That can happen.
Okay. All right. I'll just look at Finn and say, yeah, and you know this is safe. Everyone survives. Is there anything I should know?
Oh, this is very safe.
Okay.
So, Oscar comes back and he's just like, Finn, we just got one left. This is the last one. And Finn's just like, well, lucky you. We got one left just for you.
What is it? Is it like, I imagine like the things from Bioshock, the giant like syringes? What does it look like?
It's not like a giant syringe. It's just a regular looking syringe. Give me a perception roll though.
Okay. I got a 18.
Okay. So you get a quick glance at this, and it's a syringe that it's got black liquid inside of it. It's just this strange black looking liquid, and on the side you notice in some lettering it says S214 on it.
Okay. Does that mean anything to me? Like, does that something I might recognize or?
No, wouldn't mean anything to you.
And in terms of like, have I ever taken any of these like the herbal, like the healing things? Have I ever had anything like that, or is that anything that like I would have encountered or seen?
You
Or are
might
they
have
pretty
been
rare?
given some of those from time to time, but they're more uncommon and they cost a lot. But you might have gotten
Okay.
one back in your olden days.
Okay. And did they look like this at all, or just is this
No, this is
completely
totally
different?
different.
Ooh. Um. Okay. I guess I'll just look at them and just like I guess ask. And you're sure I'll survive this, right?
Of course. I wouldn't give it to you if I was worried.
Okay, I guess I'll take it.
Wonderful, wonderful. You might want to lay down in the bed.
Why?
It's a little uncomfortable.
How? Just listen. Be straight with me. What's gonna happen to me if I take this? I know better vision, whatever. But like, what's actually gonna happen?
We're gonna inject you in the arm. It's gonna
Okay.
hurt real bad for a little while.
What's a little while?
I don't know. It depends on how long it takes for you. And then you're gonna wake up, and you're gonna be a whole new, better person.
Okay. I feel like Captain America. Okay. All right. I'll comply. So I guess I'll go over to the. I'll just kind of sit down in the bed and like lay down and kind of brace myself.
Awesome, wonderful. Uh, do you want something to drink real quick before we do this?
Do you have any liquor?
Oh yeah. He'll pull out
All right.
a little flask and just hand it to you.
Okay. I take a few gulps and then I lay down. I'm like, all right, go ahead.
Okay, now don't move, okay?
All right.
So he kind of holds your upper arm, your bicep, and he has this needle, again with that, like the strange black liquid on it and the weird lettering on there. You see the Spire logo kind of on the side too of it.
Okay.
And he holds it above your arm, and just says, "Okay, welcome to the rejects," and jabs it into your arm, and pushes down on the plunger, and you watch this black liquid just kind of shoots down and into your elbow, and all of a sudden, just like blackness begins to spread through your elbow, and it hurts so badly. I mean,
Okay.
this is some of the worst pain you've ever felt. I mean, you're still pretty low on like general feeling too, as you've been attacked by Dractos earlier. Like this hurts real bad right now compared to that.
Mm-hmm.
So as this happens, I need you to give me 3d6 rolls and tell me the numbers. If you get any duplicates, I'll have you re-roll them.
Okay. 3d6 rolls. We got a 6.
Okay.
We got a 3.
Okay.
And we got a 2.
Awesome. Okay. So you feel that injection go into your arm, and you stare down in just kind of like horror as your arm begins to have the skin turn black.
Oh, you're killing me.
And this pain begins to just surge and radiate around your elbow, and you watch as just the veins in your arm begin to move up this blackness, like your blood is flowing up towards your hand and up your arm, and the blackness is spreading all around your arm. And this is your left arm that's just going, just searing, burning pain. You feel your muscles tighten and tighten more, and you begin to lose control of your muscles, and your fingers just begin to clench in more and more as it begins to claw up. And as it shoots up your arm begins to lock up, and you just feel every muscle in your arm tighten.
Gross. Okay.
It moves up towards your shoulder and into your chest then, as it continues to just flow, and it is on just one side of you. You're feeling this horrible pain, but as soon as that feeling kind of reaches your heart, you feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's just suddenly shoots out, and all over your body just begins to hurt more and more and more.
Okay.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Am I good at those? I don't remember.
So it'll be just a +2 to whatever you roll.
Okay. Oh, I got a 3.
A 3, okay.
Okay, yeah.
So is that +2 still you need to add to it?
Yeah,
5
so
total?
5.
Okay. This is awful pain. Like, it just burns and your whole body just begins to clench up in this unbearable like sensation of your muscles tightening and flexing involuntarily, and you just feel paralyzed in this pain as it begins to just shoot through all the different parts of your body.
Mm-hmm.
You feel those bite wounds now begin to just burn, and it almost feels like they're shooting out fire from them. Like the back of your neck just feels like it's fire, in your arm where that other bite was, you just feel like there's fire where that wound was, and all your muscles begin to spasm as more and more this spreads throughout your body, and you feel awful. This is worse than any sickness you felt. This is worse than anything you've ever experienced in your life before. Give me
Okay.
a dexterity saving throw as your muscles just continue to shake violently.
Okay. Let's see if I'm in it. Well, it's still kind of a stinker, but a little better. 14.
14. Okay.
A little better.
So you are doing your best to just kind of control your muscles as much as you can, and you feel just like you're holding back from just flailing around with your muscles just twitching all over the place. You're trying to lock in place as best as you can as everything else just hurts and aches. But
Okay.
the serum, you continue to feel it flowing through your body more and more and more. Um, as you're laying there, you kind of turn your head towards the side to see Finn standing there, and he took the needle and he throws it back, and it's just like he's yelling something at you, but it's hard to hear. Your ears kind of are ringing just from this pain surging through your body, and you watch as he suddenly turns back, and you look back and you see Oscar behind you, or behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's turned around looking towards the stairs that go up to the main floor, and they seem completely distracted, and they're not looking at you anymore. They're looking back at something else.
Can I see what it is, or am I able to look? Do they seem alarmed?
Give me a perception roll with disadvantage, please.
Okay. Oh my god! I rolled 2 8s. That's weird. Okay. You said, I'm sorry, with perception.
Yeah, so wisdom.
So, okay, 10.
Okay. You have a hard time picking up what is going on, but you definitely can tell something is distracting them. Something is, I mean, way more demanding of their attention than you writhing around and trying to or just shaking violently in this horrible pain. Like, something worse is happening for them.
Did they seem alarmed before that distraction happened? Like, alarmed at my reaction? Did it seem like they were pretty
It's hard to tell. I mean, you were overcome kind of with that pain so quickly that it's hard to even keep track of much, but you're holding on to just enough focus that you're able to notice that something is going on right now.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna try to stay conscious, I guess.
Okay, so you're holding on, staring towards those stairs where they're looking. You watch as Oscar raises his rifle towards the stairs, and you see Finn pull a handgun from his belt, and they both begin to point towards the stairs. But you're feeling this pain still surge through you, and you're trying to fight to stay conscious, and you're using every last bit of force you have to just hold on to consciousness and stay awake. Stay awake. You have to stay awake. You have to get through this.
Mm-hmm.
As you do that, please give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh. Okay. 18.
18. So you're holding on and holding on. You feel that like bodily urge to just kind of sink into unconsciousness, but you're fighting it. You're holding on. You're just trying to endure this pain as it's coursing through your whole body. You feel your neck just tightened up. You can barely even breathe at this point because you're just hyperventilating. You're just so painful. It just and just trying to hold on as you're staring towards the stairs. When suddenly a beam of light from the door above being thrown open shoots down the stairs, and you watch as Oscar moves forward with his gun, and it looks like he's beginning to fire it. Finn moves towards the stairs and begins to fire his gun as well. But again, no sound. It's just silence as this is going on. Okay. And you watch as bullets begin to kind of like hit the ground down nearby them. And all of a sudden you see Oscar just get hit and he goes down. And he's splayed out on the ground. And Finn, he kind of begins to take some cover behind one of the barricades that's blocking off this bed and just firing his gun. You see him reload and begin to fire some more. And all of a sudden you watch as a couple individuals who are dressed in definitely more put together combat armor come down the stairs with their own weapons, and these are individuals who have actually energy weapons, and they begin firing down at Finn, and he kind of takes cover for a second, and he puts his hand on you, and he says something, but you can't tell what it is because you can't hear anything.
Can I tell the expression on his face? It doesn't seem...
Sure, give me an insight roll.
Okay. Insight rolls are just not going well for me today. We got 3 + 4, so 7, but yeah, probably not a good.
Okay. So you try to figure out what he's saying, but it's hard to tell. I mean, you're just in this kind of state of panic. You're in this state of just your body is just going crazy, and you don't know what he says. You see a bit of like a sorrowful look on his face, but that's about it. And you watch as he gets shot and he falls over on top of you.
Oh, that's depressing. Okay.
You watch as these individuals with their energy weapons come walking down the stairs, dressed in this full combat armor, and they begin to sweep the basement and walk towards you as you still try to hold on, but you feel that blackout coming. You just feel your vision tunneling more and more, but you're just holding on as much as you can. And these individuals turn the corners, sweeping through. One of them walks towards you as they see you, and he turns and he looks like he shouts something back, but you can't hear it again. But you're just holding on. You're fighting, holding on. You have to stay conscious. You have to stay conscious. He stands over top of you. He's got his gun just kind of ready as you're twitching and shaking there. And you begin to watch the stairs again as another individual descends the stairs. This person dressed in nice clothing. He's got nice dress pants on. He's got a gray vest on. And he's got some sleeves that are rolled up, dark black hair. And he begins to walk over towards you and the guy who is there with his energy rifle. And as he approaches, he bends down and grabs the serum needle from the ground and takes a look at it. And he continues to walk towards you as you begin to slip from consciousness and black out.
Okay. Cool.
You don't know how much longer it is, but you wake up. And you are no longer in the basement of some shady building out in the middle of the wastelands. You're in a fairly nice room with bright lights, white walls. You're in a nice, comfy bed. You have a side table next to you with a glass of water. It's fairly small, though. It's not too big. But you just lay there, um, tucked into this bed.
What time of? Can I tell how much time has passed? Like, is it a time of day, or can I tell like where the light is?
You look for windows. The only window you see is in the doorway. There's a little window in the door, but there's no windows that look outside.
Okay. How do I feel? How am I feeling?
You're not feeling too bad. You're a bit sore, and you feel like this strange tingle in your fingertips. It's hard to place, but you just kind of have this weird tingly, like almost like your hand fell asleep type feeling, but it's just like a faint version of that in your fingertips on both hands.
And I mean, obviously my limbs aren't like black. I'm not, I don't.
And you quickly look down at both your arms, and they look normal. Your scarf too is off to the on the side table there, just placed there. But you feel fine.
I guess do I notice? I guess the first thing, do I notice any like sight here? Is there anything that like sticks out as like, oh, this is better for me yet, or no? Serum.
You kind of just like lay in bed and stretch a little bit, and you really don't feel a ton different. I mean, just like that tingling in your fingers is probably the only major thing that stands out.
Okay, and there's really no. I'm sorry. Is the room like? Is it like a clinical? Like, does it look like I'm completely somewhere else? Is it just like a?
You look like it looks like something completely different. It looks like something that is put together real nicely. It's not run down. It looks very nice, very clean, very bright and shiny. I mean, the floors are completely clean. Everything looks nice here.
Okay. I guess I'll try and sit up and just see how I feel, and then if I feel okay, I'll get up.
Okay.
So
you sit up, and you get up fairly easily, no problem. And you turn to put your feet on the ground, and your shoes got taken off, and they're tucked underneath the bed there. And you begin to slowly rise to your feet, and you feel fine. Nothing feels like you can't stand.
I guess I'll put my shoes on and get all my other stuff I have like lying around. I'll kind of like take it again, and I'm gonna try the door, see if I can open it.
So you go to the door, and you try it, and it's locked actually.
Is there like? There's no window. You can't really see like outside.
There is a window there that you could try looking out of if you want.
Okay, I'll look out the window. Where am I?
So you look into the hallway now through this window in the door, and you can spot there's a person who looks like the people who came in and raided that basement that you were in before, who's just standing there.
Is this like a? Can he see me, or can I just see?
Right now, with your just initial look, he doesn't look like he's seen you yet.
Okay. Do I recognize anything about, like, besides just seeing them in the basement? Like, is there anything in their uniform or anything like that would make me think?
Give me an intelligence roll.
Oh. Anything I need to know, I just rolled so badly. It's like any information I can get is just not going well. Hold on. 8?
8. It's hard to really tell much through the window and through the angle. It's hard to see, so you can't tell much except for this is somebody who's outfitted basically the same as the people who raided the basement.
He has a weapon, I'm assuming.
He does have an energy weapon.
Okay.
You might be able to think like energy weapon, Spire, energy weapon Spire, make like a little bit of connection there, but you're not even sure like that you're actually at Spire, I guess.
Okay. I can I like knock on the window?
Sure. You give
Okay, I'm gonna knock on the window.
a quick little knock on the window, and this
Okay.
does catch the attention of the guard, and he begins to walk over towards you, and you hear him shout, "Move away from the door. Sit on your
I'll
bed."
step back. All right, I do what he says.
So when you go and sit down on the bed, he he unlocks it and walks in. You need something? And he's got the rifle like in his hand, like looking like he could use that at a moment's notice.
Okay, I'll just say, where am I?
You're in a Spire facility.
Why?
We got a lot of questions for you. Once Mr. Shaw gets in here, he'll definitely have some questions for you.
What happened? What happened with the people I was with?
All you rejects been stealing our stuff. We came back to claim it.
Oh, I just got there that day. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
What? Let's see. I guess I'll.
So you don't cause any trouble, and we won't have any issues. You just stay there. I'm gonna go get Mr. Shaw.
Okay. I just sit in my bed.
He turns and he goes and he walks out the door, closes it up, and you can hear him lock it again as he walks out.
Am I able for the window? Am I able to see like, besides just my immediate area? Like, can I see down like the hallway? Can I see how big the facility is, kind of, or is it just pretty much?
You were able to see a little bit out the hallway, but not too
Okay.
far down with the angles of it. You could tell that there were there's another room right across from you, and there's a couple more like across the hall too on each side of that, but you don't really see much else.
Okay, she just sits on the bed then, and like, I guess, is there any because all my stuff is still here, right? Like everything that I had before.
Well, your clothing, because you didn't really have anything else.
Okay, yeah,
it's still here.
Okay. And is there anything like I see around me that I could potentially like use? Not that I'm making it out of here anyway, but like I use as a weapon. Like, do I see anything that would be like useful or anything like that, or is it pretty much like nothing there?
Give me an investigation real quick.
Okay. Even like a pen could be useful. I have 17.
17. Okay. You quickly like scour through the room. It looks like this room has been intentionally kept pretty bare, basically for the purpose of like we don't want you to be able to do anything to hurt us. You potentially could use the side table as a weapon, like a club almost type thing, but that's about it. I mean, there's not much in here. It's pretty bare bones. You got your scarf. If you want to try to choke somebody out with it, you could try that. But
okay. I have my scarf around my neck again, so I'll just kind of keep that and I'll just sit on the bed and wait.
Okay.
Like a good little prisoner.
So you sit for 5, 10, 15 minutes, and as you're waiting there, you hear the door unlock, and in walks the individual who you saw before, kind of walking down the stairs. He walks into the room, and he has a chair with him that he sets down, and he sits in it. And the guy who is the guard, he kind of walks into and he stands behind him with his weapon at the ready. And the man who sits down, again with like his gray vest on, white shirt with sleeves rolled up, he leans in close to you and just says, "Hi, my name's Will Shaw. What's your name?"
I'm Riya. Don't you know that already, or do you know anything about me?
Why would I know who you are, Riya?
Well, I don't know. You took me all the way here. Why?
Well, we found you in that basement. It looked like you were in a rough state from one of our older serums. And he pulls out from his pocket like the serum with the needle is no longer there, but he has like the little the vial part where the fluid was, and he holds it up and just like, what made you take this?
I mean, I was just listen. I was just in my house. I got taken, and those rejects helped me, and they gave me that serum. I really don't know what it is. I don't even know what it did. They just sort of injected me with it, so I don't know where they got it. They said they took it.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Oh, please. Ooh, okay, hold on.
That's a +2 with your charisma there.
Yes, 20.
All right. So he just says, okay. Sounds like you had quite an interesting experience there.
I really did. What did the serum do to me? They wouldn't really even tell me.
I mean, these are different for everybody, but I plan to keep you here for a little while to see what we can find out about what modifications it's done to you.
Keep me here?
Yes.
I'm assuming not voluntarily.
Not exactly. I think it's for your good, though, that we keep you here.
And I'm assuming here is where?
You're in one of our facilities.
I mean, but like where? Are we back in Beacon? Are we in the city? Where are we?
Like I said, you're in one of our facilities.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, we'll keep you safe here.
Well, it's not really outside trouble I was worried about. Are you gonna run tests on me or something? What are you gonna do?
I think it's good that we understand what has happened to you. I mean, most of our serums are given in 2 doses, and you were given 1, which just has me a little bit concerned. Do you know where they got this from? Did they tell you anything about this?
No, not really. They just said they took it. That's all. Didn't know much else. I literally just met these people. I don't know.
Do you just take strange serums from people you just met often?
Well, when you're when you're in the middle of nowhere and they saved your life, and you really don't have much of a choice, like, I guess.
I see. Okay. Well, we want to monitor you. Some of our old serums are a little more volatile, and people have been known to not survive them. So we want to ensure that you'll be okay. We have medical professionals here who can monitor you and aid you in any alterations that have happened to you.
What kind?
Well, that's what we're going to discover. Do you feel different in any way?
Tingly. That's it. Nothing too spectacular, but
tingly
what
where?
Modifications? Fingers. That's really it.
Okay.
Is there? I mean, what's supposed to happen? I guess you're the one who made it, right? Or your company did?
Yes, this was an old serum that was stolen from us. We'll have to do an investigation to see if it's from somebody on the inside or if it was stolen in a different way. But
so, what happens if I do survive and I'm fine? Will you just let me go?
we'll see. We'll have to see. You are in possession of Spire property right now.
Possession? I don't know if you call it that.
Well, the way we see it, it is possession.
Okay, you didn't answer my question, really. Are you going to run tests on me? What are you going to do? You're just going to watch me in here? What are we doing?
Yes, we're going to run some tests on you.
What kind of tests?
To see what you are capable of.
I don't like how this is sounding. What do you mean by that? You got, listen, if you're going to throw me in these, just let me know at least what I'm in for.
So, right now, what happened is you are an individual who is associated strongly with the rejects.
Strongly.
You were
That
in their
big.
base, taking their serum. They were protecting you. It looks like you are with them. Okay? So your options right now are we can run some tests, we can see what use you have, and you can work with me and have a life. Or we could take you to the beacon and see what they want to do with you.
Okay, fine. I'll do your test. What do you want? What am I doing?
We're gonna grab everyone else who has been in our test group for later versions than the one you received. We're gonna get them all together. We're gonna have a little meeting. We're gonna begin training, begin understanding your potentials. And
How many?
when that happens, we'll kind of specialize what we're gonna do with you after that point.
How many of us are there?
Currently, there is. Let's see. How many do we have now? I think we have, besides you, we'll have 6 other individuals.
Okay. When will these tests happen?
We'll probably begin them tomorrow. Just to make sure you're fully recovered and up to go. It's pretty late right now.
Okay. All right. Then what?
Well, then we'll see what happens. Are you hungry? Thirsty? You need anything?
Not now. Thank you, though.
Okay. Well, I recommend you rest up and think about any other changes and inform me. And we'll begin testing bright and early tomorrow morning.
Okay. I guess I'll be here.
Yes, you will. And he'll get up, he'll grab his chair and begin to walk towards the door. The guard opens the door and he looks back at you and says, Riya, we're gonna have a real good working relationship, I hope. I hope things go well between you and me, and I think they will if you can control any potential outbursts.
Okay, understood.
Thank you. He'll go and walk out, and the guard will close the door, and you hear it lock again behind you, and you're left alone in this room. And that's where we'll end today's session.
Cool. Okay. He's scary.
So yeah, that was great. Good job, Kelly. And
Oh, thank you.
I hope everyone else enjoyed today's session as well. We're going to be back next week, and we're going to have our first session with all 3 players. We're going to have Rachel, we're going to have Mike, and we're going to have Kelly all together. We're going to have our first big group, session 1. So I'm super excited for that. I hope you will tune in for that session. Again, it's next Sunday. We're going to start at 2 p.m. Central Time, so that's 3 East Coast Time, and that's noon Pacific. So go ahead and you can give a follow to this channel if you want, and that way you'll be notified when we do go live. And we're also going to post this video over on YouTube, and if you want to rewatch this or share it with somebody else, you can catch it there, and you can subscribe there if you feel so led as well. But thanks again for everyone who joined us. Thanks for all the people who've been chatting up like crazy in the chat there. It's really fun to watch and see everyone what they're saying. So thanks for that, and we'll hopefully see you again next week. Bye, everybody.
Guys.